major contact was known as Briar. She helped many refugees escape the occupied territories and get to freedom. Briar wrote a most interesting book about her adventures after the war was over. Meanwhile, I learnt to fly so I could drop agents and propaganda behind enemy lines and maintain friendly lines of communication with the Yanks, as we called the Americans back then. Sadly, unlike Briar, I didn't see the end of the war. I confided in the wrong correspondent and was exposed to the authorities. Apparently, enemy agents had sabotaged our fuselage and we crashed into the English Channel while trying to escape back to London and safety. I stayed up there in the land between times for 71 years. It's a remarkable place. I met so many interesting souls, all waiting to reincarnate as something or someone else. I took my time, mainly because they have all the latest periodicals, not just from Earth, but all the other planets where life, of a sort, some of them are deeply strange, has emerged. Each section has a library where one can request books to be brought in. I wasn't bored for a moment. Then one day I came across a rather lovely picture book about Portugal. The place was instantly recognisable, and I felt quite nostalgic for Earth. They even had images from the year I'd left Lisbon, and I was grateful to learn how the war ended and the United Nations was formed, and all that good stuff. I filed a case with the clerks in charge and asked if I could prepare to go back. They suggested it might be nice to be a dog, and this one was available. "Oh yes," I said, "I like the look of that one." They handed me my file to read and commit to memory, as dogs can't take books back down with them. I have to admit the backstory for the dog known as PSYCHE was a little convoluted, but from my days in espionage, I was used to rather complex assignments. I was dropped off by the intergalactic transit in the Praça do Comércio. Then, as instructed, quite tricky, but I managed it, materialised into visual form. My initial billet was in the city with a younger member of the eventual clan I was to join. I learnt a lot there, mainly to avoid small, rambunctious boys. Having read my file, I knew when the next billet was ready for me had arrived. I got in the car as requested and was very polite and curious about where we were going. Look for the house with the ship painted on the side, I had been told. It was dark when we got there, but I just knew it was the place. I could feel it. Okay, I could smell it. I am a dog after all. I was shown the benefits of our new home, including a warm fire and a welcome nap. We learnt where to congregate at exactly the right time for supper, but pretended not to look too eager, as that would be impolite. I was shown the best spot to wait for new dogs to arrive. One of my new furry siblings had us in stitches on long car trips with his tails, and I received the inside track on the rabbit situation. Sometimes it can get a little heated around here, but that's normal with a group of dogs. I'm pretty sanguine about the whole thing, because being a dog is glorious. Okay, being a spy was really rather splendid and all that, but the dog's life is sublime.